Hello, so today I'm going to be doing some custom Wordles using the Wordleater website, which was created by the Asylum. So if you want to learn more about that website and make your own custom Wordles to share with your friends and challenge them, then you can check the description below. It has a link to the Wordleater, which lets you create the custom Wordles, as well as a link to the Asylum's video, which goes over all the features and how to use them in great detail. So go ahead and check those out if you want to know how to use it. But basically, you can choose a word. The length can be, I think, anywhere from 2 to 15 letters long. It has a full Scrabble dictionary, and also you can choose how many guesses there can be, including if you put 0, then it's infinite guesses. You can choose whether the first starting letter is revealed or not. You can put in your details, including the title and a hint and a special message when it's completed. And you can also put in starting words, so you can start it out with certain words already filled in. And this is cool for stuff like challenges, or even as just a starting hint. You can share the URL. It's nothing stored server side, everything's in the URL, so you just share that and they load that up and they can try your puzzle. I think that's really cool. So what I did is I put a message out to all of my YouTube members and my patrons, and I offered them to create custom Wordles for me, and I said I'd go through all of those. Let's see how that goes. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So the first two here were created by the Asylum himself, and they were designed to show off some of the features and what you can use them for. This says my favorite word, that's the title. It's by the Asylum, and we have one guess to complete this, but we're given a bunch of starting words already, and they're all gray. There's also a hint here. I'm not going to look at the hint yet, but we were looking for a 4-letter word that doesn't use any of these gray letters, and it's whatever the Asylum's favorite word is. So these lighter gray ones are the ones we haven't used yet. We're going to need a vowel, and I think it's an O. I think that's the only vowel left. It's going to be probably something like room. So room is definitely possible. I don't know if it's the only word, but maybe we should look at the hint, because if there's more than one word, maybe we're supposed to use the hint here. Verb, to drink. So room is not a verb that means to drink. What would be a word to drink that would fit here? Would it be something like grog? If grog is in the... Oh, it is. Oh, it's not grog. It's grok. Huh, to drink, huh? All right, well, I haven't heard of that word before, not in that context at least, so that's interesting. It looks like there was more than one answer to this. We had to use the hint along with that to get it correct, but let's move on to the next puzzle. So this one's also by the Asylum, and we have infinite guesses on that, so that's good. And he's revealed the starting letter for us, and the title is Riddle Me This, so that might be a hint. We don't have to guess it looks like we don't have to actually guess the P as the starting letter, but maybe we should, just to remind ourselves what that is. So let's come up with a word. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters long. A word that's 8 letters long that starts with P. Maybe we can do like peoples. So P-E-O-P-L-E. Oh, that's not long enough. That's the problem with 8-letter words, is sometimes they're 7 letters long. Maybe photo. How would I finish that though? There must be something I can do. Dates. That's not bad. Let's try that. All right, we have all grays from that. Maybe something like ponder, because we're riddling. But what would it end with? I can't do pondering. That's too long. I do struggle with these long words. Maybe PL. So I think at this point I'm going to take the hint, because I want to ground myself a little bit. It certainly is. Now that did not help me. It probably makes sense in context. Riddle me this, it certainly is. Certainly is what? Can I get a word that ends in ly? Actually, we can use underscores here, which is really nice as placeholder. I think I can do the word motherly. That should get me some letters. I'm just really having trouble coming up with words at all. Wow, we are not using any of those letters except the L. So maybe I am right about PL. Pupil? I could just try to think of any word to get more of these letters in. Populate? Does that get me? That gets me the U. Those are all letters I've used otherwise, except placing the L, so that's probably not good. I mean, we do have infinite guesses here, so we can't fail. Maybe there's a CK in this. Plucking? Okay, it ends in ing, that's great, but the L is not there. Can I do like P-U-L-L? It's not PL, so what would it be? It would have to be PU then. So PU, something like pupiling a word? No. What is this word? Oh, puzzling. It's puzzling. That makes sense. All right, it certainly is puzzling. Next time, Batman. All right, that makes sense for Riddle Me This. So there was the custom message, next time, Batman. I shouldn't have closed it so fast, but it shows off all the features. So now let's go to my other submitters here, my other members. So this is Woofers FG, and he hasn't given it a title, but we have 6 guesses, and this is a normal Wordle word. So I'm going to start with soar. All right, we got a lot of letters from that. I think if I did retry, no, retry's not good. So could we be RO something E something? Rolex is a brand, not in the dictionary. Maybe I should just get more words. I like to, if I just want more letters from soar, I usually go with Clint. Nothing with Clint. So then we still need letters, so I follow up with Dumpy. Nothing with Dumpy. I'm wondering if these are the only letters we get. These are the only vowels, that's for sure. It could be no, it could RO something. It could be ROE something something, but I don't know what that would be. Maybe ROW, or maybe it ends in EW. Maybe it doesn't start with R, so it could be O something ER. That would make sense, like boxer maybe? Ah, it is boxer. Very nice. All right. Well, thank you, Woofer. Let's move on. This one is by Pause. I'm gonna have to zoom out a tick here. We get 8 guesses. Pause is one of my super supporters, along with the Asylum, so I very much appreciate that. If you want to become a member and be able to participate in stuff like this, you just hit the join button under the video, and there's 3 tiers. Even at the lowest tier, you can participate in cool stuff like this. You also get really cool emotes and a badge next to your name, so that's worth it by itself. All right, so this is a 6-letter word. I'm going to use the Asylum start for 6-letter words. I think that tends to work out really well for him. So he uses botany and then cruise. That covers all the vowels including Y and a bunch of the common consonants. So it looks like we have some uncommon consonants going on here. I wonder if I can do something like plush. I could do plushy just to, I know the Y is wasted. No, the U is also wasted. I don't want to do that. For some reason PLs, maybe because that I did so many P words in the first puzzle, but I could do push, but that doesn't really have a follow-up. All right, maybe I can get more letters. Let's think of a word here. Housed gets quite a bit. I don't like that U is in the same place. Oh, and the U. Humors? That's not bad. Let's try that. We placed the vowels at least. So we must end in a double consonant, I would assume. Our S is actually, maybe we start with S. S-U, something O, and then what would be our double consonant? LD maybe? I don't know what that would be. LK? No. Maybe I can get more letters then. I'd like the L for sure. And if I can end in like LK or LD, I think that would be great. And like world, but a word. I want to start with S so I can place the S. Maybe SL. I'd have to use a vowel. It doesn't really matter which one I use, but some vowel here. Maybe slack. I mean, I know that S at the end is wasted, but this gets me some more letters. Let's try that. Ooh, the K was great. Ooh, how does this work? So SU something, OK something. There's not 2 S's, that's good to know. What could this end with after the K? I know what it is. I know what this is. This is Sudoku. Should have seen that coming. All right, great. Hey, I did it. Thanks for solving it, and thank you for being a possum friend. Oh, thank you, Pause. Thank you for being a possum friend. These ending messages make me really happy. So if you don't know, I do Sudoku on my channel. I do a lot of Sudoku and Sudoku variants. I have 2 streams a week for that, and it's a lot of fun. You can learn how to do some really difficult puzzles, but they're super fun. All right, so this is from GeoJesser, who is not only a member, but also my sister. It's called Don't Be Stubborn. All right. Well, you know what we didn't do is we didn't check the hint on Pause's puzzle. Oh, there wasn't one. Okay. So there is a hint on this one if we need it, but this is just a 5-letter word. So let's try our let's go back here. We're gonna start with boxer here because we had a 5-letter word there. So we're gonna start with boxer. Wow, that's a lot better than I expected. Maybe it's bro. Don't be stubborn, bro. What would it be? I think I'd like to test if it's BR. I could get another consonant in there by doing like CR or PR. And then, so I'll just do a filler there. I'm used to using X, but I should use the underscores. Something R, And then I'd like the O here. So maybe something like crows would work. Let's try that. All right, so it is not R second. We haven't gotten any new consonants. So there must be another vowel here. Let's just get vowels. You know, this is a perfect time for audio here. So let's do audio. Ooh, nice. So we get B-U, and then there's an R somewhere. One of those is an R. Don't be stubborn, but it's not burrow, is it? It is burrow. Hee-haw, all right. So burro is a donkey, right? So what was our hint? Comes from Spanish. Yes, Spanish for donkey. Very nice. So thank you, Jessica, for that puzzle. Let's move on. So this is from Shawlaws, another one of my members, of course. Very active stream contributor as well. This is called The Bare Necessities. Makes me think of Jungle Book. So we can actually start with burrow here. We get a U. For some reason I'm thinking of the word misty, so let's just type that. Ooh, we do end in Y. See, a lot of words end in Y, and it's nice to know when they do. Let's see, we're missing A and E, which seem like they could be important. But the bare necessities, is that a pun? Are we being punny? No, we're not being punny. All right, well, that was worth a try. Maybe a wasted guess. We're also not funny, so that's good to know. I think I need to just get letters now. Maybe CH something, maybe not. CL, FL, something L, something like fled? No, it's spelled differently. How about glade? None of those letters. Oh, are we fuzzy? Bears are fuzzy. Do we go for it? I don't know what else it would be. Let's try it. We are fuzzy. Great. See, I love these titles. They help a lot. All right. Well, thank you, Shawlaws. I got it. Got it in 5. That's awesome. Let's move on. This is from Finland. Finland Taipan. He is also a member and a great stream contributor. Puzzle for Ranks. That's a good title. 6-letter word. So, what was our last 6-letter word? I'm gonna flip back here. Sudoku. Now, will it accept that? Let's see. It does. All right. Well, what a start. Let's think of some more fun 6-letter words to start with. How about player? Ooh, we have an R and an E. We might start with R-E. We should test for an I. How about minter? Oh no, we don't want to end in ER. That's a bad idea. R-E. You know, return checks, you know, I know the U is not used, but the return checks for R in 2 places, which could be useful. Let's try that. All right, so we know there aren't 2 R's, and also we've kind of narrowed down where R can go. Maybe I should try a double E to see if we have more than one E here. What can I double up? I could do WH, like where, but there's no E there. It could be something R, right? Like GR, FR. There's the word freer, but what would I end that with? I could just waste the S. I think that tests a lot. Ooh, so it's freeze something. I think it's freeze. Custom words love to use that Z. Thank you, Finland. That was a nice puzzle. No hints or anything, just had to get it. Yeah, freeze, all right. I'm excited to start with freeze if we get another 6-letter. Here we go, a 7-letter. All right, well, I definitely don't know a good start for 7 letters. So let's just think of, you think friends is 7 letters long? Let's try that. Okay, so this is, oh, I didn't introduce this. This is from Andrew Sarkis, another big watcher of my streams and participator, especially the Sudoku streams. This is just titled, We do have a hint, so we may need to use that hint later. Can I do something like pouts? I don't know. That doesn't seem to help. Maybe we start with SN. I should just get more letters, but I don't know how to do that with 7-letter words. Styling? That's not terrible. Let's try that. Alright, well, we got an L. Are we using Z's and X's here again? Do I do puzzles? just to check that Z? I do like wound. I need the OU. Wounds doesn't fit. How would I make that fit? Swoon. Spoon. Well, we don't start with S, so maybe we're like PL or CL. Is it my last name? No, it's not. Okay. Just thought I'd check. No, my last name doesn't have an N or an S in it, so it wouldn't have been. Musically? No, that's 8 letters long. Spoonly? Is that a word? Nope. These longer words are so difficult to... I just don't have the practice like I do with 5-letter words. I only know 5-letter words now. So I pick 5-letter words and then I add like a suffix. Maybe something like PHO, And phoning is a big waste. At least it's the correct length. Okay, I'm gonna look at the hint. You don't see that every day. What don't I see every day? That did not help me. Can I do like plunk? Plunks? What would I end that with? Splunk? Splunks? Nope. How about lunch? Lunches. Let's do it. I'm finding a lot of places that the N isn't. Loan. Probably shouldn't start with L. What are my letters here? You made a tough one here, Andrew. How about... Tempted to do blaster just to finish a word. I know TER is terrible though, because none of those are already gray. Blasting doesn't help either. Like, blasting's too long. Alright, well, I only got 6 guesses for this. You couldn't have given me infinite guesses for this one. What would this do? This would help with the L and the S, and it chests the B and the A. I was thinking like bloody, or that doesn't help though, or it doesn't work. Can't end in ing. What cute? No, it doesn't have a U there. What's this do? Not a lot. There's no E and D. No, I don't like that at all. Wasn't I gonna check Z with puzzles? That's terrible now though. I need to know what... I don't have any greens. I don't know what letters there are. I have 3 guesses left. I can't come up with... what are these? 7-letter words? Quickly's not terrible. Let's try that. It is terrible. Nah, that wasn't a good guess at all. Maybe like EL or BL, A. I'm not getting enough letters with my guesses. I don't know what to do. Maybe bound. L would have to go here. Is bouncy spelled this way? That's not great. I don't know what else to do. It's not... Wounded, terrible. Implode, don't need the I. The M is tested, the P is tested. L is not there already. O is tested, it's not great. Okay. I'll have to remember implode for another 7-letter though. Mouse, mousely a word? No. Musically. It doesn't end in ly, so I don't know. I keep thinking about that. I'm thinking of smaller words and trying to put suffixes, but that's probably not what it is. So we have an S. I mean, we still haven't limited the S at all. It's in one of those. The L is a bit more limited, but it still could be in any of those places. The N could be in any of these places. I haven't learned enough here. I don't even have like a backup word to do at this point, other than like wounded, which isn't going to tell me anything. All right, well, wounded does tell me about the N and the U and whether there's an O, and that's all I can think of, so I'm going to try that. At least we placed the U. We still haven't learned what letters are in this word. Does this U help me? It's not followed by an N or an L, so it's followed by something I haven't tried yet. It doesn't have a Q before it. So I would think we'd have a double consonant before the U. So like something LU, like PLU, and then some new, here, let's put an underscore. Something LU, and then it would have to be a new letter. In fact, we only have, we could use an A, but we can't put an A after the U. And then we need an N somewhere. The N would go at the end. How am I gonna guess it from this? There's an S somewhere, so maybe it'd be BLU, something LUS, something something N. SSAN plus an... If the L is second, then the N is placed. I don't know where else the L would go at this point. If only I thought of better 7-letter words. I need to get a bigger 7-letter vocabulary for these. I did say 7 letters were okay. So the other option is for the N to be here. Like unusual. I got it. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, well, I had terrible guesses, but I still managed to get it. So thank you, Andrew, for that wonderful word there. The unusual word. You don't see that every day. Yeah, it is unusual. I didn't quite get that hint, but it makes sense. All right, this next one's by Worm, and there is 1 guess. I guess I should look at the hint. Number. Well, what am I supposed to do with this? A nice number. 69. That is a nice number. All right, well, thank you, Worm. Congratulations on at least 69 subscribers. Yeah, well, I do have a few more than that now. Thank you, Worm. This one, the author is not filled out. Give me a moment and I will find out who made this. All right, this one is by 11ticles. So what was our last 5-letter word? It's been a while. Fuzzy. So yeah, we get to start with fuzzy. Hey, who knows? Maybe there's a Z. Well, there's a Y. It doesn't end in Y though. Well, I think we have an opportunity to use our soar here. And Clint. All right, so CR something, or CRY something T? How does that work? Maybe the R doesn't go there. Maybe CY something RT? Oh, I'm sure you guys are seeing what this is. I like CRY better. What would the T be? There's no hint or title. Do I need to get more letters? I'd like to place the letters I have. C, the R is in 2 places, so maybe CYR. I could do circa just to test those, but that's terrible. It would tell me what order they go in. Do I have any vowels left? A, E, I, E. No, I only get to use Y's. What ends in T though? CRY. I'm tempted to do crimp just to get more letters here, and it tests where the R goes. Let's try that. Well, I might as well start with not C then. Maybe blimp. No, we have the L. Let's make an entire word out of something R. If I can use a Y, that's great, but I don't need to. Maybe PR, any vowel. How about brick? It does test for a second C, which it could end in CT. That would have to be CYRCT or CRYCT, and I don't think those are. You know what it is? It's crypt. Got it. Well, thank you. That is an unusually formed word. That's a good one. So thank you, 11ticles. Let's move on. All right, this one is by Sotek, and we don't have a hint or title, so we're just gonna go with crypt here. Nothing. Well, we don't have our soar or Clint available, so we'll have to be more creative. Maybe mouse. Mouse seems pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. So what would come after the S if not an E? Not a T. It could be double S, but then what would it be? It would be like U something E double S. You could start with something. I think it's more likely something UES. Guess? No. Guest fits the pattern, but there's no T there. I think it's guess. There we go. We got it. Well, thank you, Sotek. I guessed your word. It was guess. All right. Ambrose gives us a 6-letter one. So what was our last 6-letter? It was freeze. Oh yes, I was looking forward to that. So let's start with freeze. Nothing. All right. I think we might still have botany available. Okay. Cruise is not as useful, so let's not do cruise. We don't have a hint or title. Where would a B go? That's an unusual letter, especially not to start with. There's like the word noble. Noble. Nobles? Nope. Oh, we knew there wasn't an E. Well, we placed the B, so that's good. So it's something OB, and then the N is at the end. I mean, the N could come after the B, but more likely at the end. I could check goblin, but that the L and the I are, well, the I's not known, but the L's already known, not there. But it does test if it ends in N. But I don't like, if I'm just testing, I don't like using the 2 greens. So maybe there's a better way to test ending in IN. You know what, a goblin came to mind. I'm just gonna test goblin. Okay, so it is something OBN, which is unexpected, but still possible, obviously. So it's is it like hobnob? It is hobnob. Wow, what a word. I don't know how I came up with that, but thank you, Ambrose. Now what we can do is we can actually check if hobnob is in the dictionary. So if we go to New Wordle and we type hobnob here, that is in the dictionary, because you can see it says warning not in dictionary if it's not in there. So hobnob is a word, so way to go, Ambrose. I think it's like at least the way I've seen it used, it's like just like a trinket, you know, just like a little thing you've got. All right, this is called Ranks Wordle. It's by Logan Wall. This will be the last one. We have a 6-letter word, so we can use hobnob because it's a word. Okay, we got 1 O. We know there's not 2 O's, and we know there's not 2 B's or even 1 B. We don't need to do botany. We could do cruise. All right, we do have a hint on this one, so we could use the hint if we needed to. So it's not CR, so what comes after the C? CL maybe? Closer? Oh, closet. Closet is a good guess. Let's do closet. Ooh, very close. So C-L-O something E-S. Cloves. Ah, nicely done. Thank you. Thank you, Logan. And what was our hint of garlic? Oh, that would have given it to me immediately. Cloves of garlic. All right. Well, I'm glad I didn't look at the hint because that was more fun without it. But thank you everyone who submitted. And I'll do another round of these at some point. So if you want to join as a member or join my Patreon, you'll have an opportunity to submit a Wordleater for my next video as well. So did you like this content? Did you like all these custom Wordles? What do you think of Wordleater? Let me know in the comments. And I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you like the video and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out my streams. I do all sorts of word games on my streams. And I stream nightly at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So I hope to see you there.